Welcome everybody. It's 7 o'clock here in Finland, 5 o'clock in the UK, and early morning in Los Angeles. My name is Markus Vähälä from Kukunori, Helsinki, greeting you all to the No Labels, No Walls Action Monday with Bemix. Welcome everybody.
Hey.
Our host today is Meri Pakarinen from Strindberg Laboratory from Los Angeles. Welcome, Meri.
Thank you. So welcome everybody as well. I'm here in Los Angeles with Michael Bierman, and let's introduce everybody. Let's start with Mark, if you can say your name, where you are, and how things are with you. If you can unmute yourself, Mark. I don't know if you, okay, let's go to, Mark.
Hello, sorry.
Where are you, Mark?
Well, I'm in Scotland.
In Scotland, right? How is it in Scotland?
Raining, cold, dark.
All right. Thank you, Mark. And Riku, how are you?
Yes, I'm doing fine. After cottage weekend, and we spent with my girlfriend, and it was really relaxing. And now I can do lots of things
and
again.
Where are you, Riku?
Now I'm at my home, Helsinki.
Helsinki, Finland. All right.
Yes.
Thank you. Welcome.
Thanks.
Kevin, tell us where you are and how are you?
I'm in scenic Connecticut, and well, had a stuffy nose, and all things considered, still looking up. I saw some snow, just a slight fleet of snow earlier. I don't know if it's the sign of the times or whatnot, but find out.
All right. Thanks, Kevin. Welcome. And William, our Prime Minister, how are you?
I'm fine. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Might as well cover all bases whenever people are watching us on Facebook. You just never know. I might be sending someone to sleep. Obviously, I'm in sunny Aberdeen. Well, I wouldn't say sunny Aberdeen anymore. I'd say dark, and you can't even tell what the weather's like now because it's gotten so dark in Aberdeen. And doing pretty well, in fact.
Thank you, William. Welcome. And Cindy, how are you? And tell us where you are. You have to unmute yourself.
Yeah. You have to find the unmute before you can unmute. Okay. I'm fine, thank you, in cold, dark, wet Finland.
Oh.
All is well here. I had an event canceled, so I could come after all. I wasn't supposed to.
Oh, yes. All right.
Glad to be
wonderful.
here.
Yes, Good to see you. And Joshua, why don't you tell where you are and how are you?
Hi, Joshua, and still in Los Angeles, and pretty good, not much, and pretty good here.
All right. Thanks, Joshua. Welcome. And Keith, welcome.
So hi, everyone. I wasn't going to be here this week as well, but because of the state of emergency in Spain, everything's cancelled and I couldn't get there. So I'm not working. I'm not trying not to work this week. I'm trying to just go on my bike and go for coffee in different places and send people pictures of that.
Very nice. Welcome. And Michael, welcome. How are you? And tell where you are.
Hello, good morning to all my American friends, and good evening to everyone else. So my name's Michael. It's a bit wet here tonight, actually. That's why we call it sunny Scotland sometimes. So I'm like the chairperson of Stay Up Late, and I've been coming to these meetings for a few weeks now, well, a few months now, and happy to be here and happy to see everyone.
All right, thanks, Michael. Happy to have you. And Gizem, welcome. Good to see you. Tell us where you are and how are you?
Yes, I'm well, thank you. Nice to see you all. I'm in Prague right now. Here it's mostly rainy these days and cold and dark, but I guess not as dark as Finland.
Hey, welcome. And let's see, Samatha, Sam, sorry, I'm gonna skip you because you're part of the Bemix, so I'll turn to you and Steve soon. Let's see, who is still here? Okay, Alistair, welcome. Where are you and how are you doing? Oh, he's still connecting. Hi, Alistair. I already started talking to you. How are you? Tell us where you are and how you're doing. You are muted.
Sorry. Sorry, I'm on the phone just now because I just came from another meeting and it's still converting. Hi, I'm Alistair. I'm from Aberdeen in Scotland and part of In Control Scotland.
All right, welcome. Good to see you. And Maureen, welcome to No Labels, No Walls meeting. Are you able to hear us? Can you tell where are you and how are you doing? Maureen. Okay, I'll come back to you. What about Janice? Are you able to hear us and tell us where you are? How are you doing?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
I'm in North Carolina, out on the Hatteras Outer Banks. Doing great.
All right. Welcome. Newsly, can you hear us? Can you tell us how you were doing and where you are?
Hi, good morning, everyone. At least good morning for me. I am doing well. I am in Los Angeles, California. It is nice. The sun is out. I'm sorry for everyone who's not experiencing sun. I will be mindful to respect it and enjoy it for you. I'm doing good, thank you. It's good to be here.
All right, good to see you. And Raphael, good evening, good morning. How are you?
Thank you. So I'm doing well. I'm in Finland now, so it's a good night. I'm happy. I'm glad to be here supporting the network, and also I'm glad to be participant today. So I'm looking forward to see how this goes today. How you're gonna co-create some song and music. So yeah, I'm with good vibes for today. Thank you.
Yes, good vibes. Yes, great. And I think we've covered everybody. Maureen, are you there? Maybe we'll meet her a little bit later. So now I will turn to Steve and Sam. Welcome to Bemix, and I'll let you take over.
Thank you very much. Good evening, everyone, or good morning, everyone, depending on where you all are. Hope you're all keeping really well. Thanks for coming along. Sam and myself, we are from an organisation called Bemix, and we're based in Kent in England. We work with people, or we work alongside people with learning difficulties and autism on a variety of projects, and we're both part of a music project. Earlier this year, during lockdown, or the first lockdown. We're all about to go back into lockdown in a couple of days' time. Anyway, we've done some online lyric writing workshops, so people could stay connected, and it works really, really well. And from that lyric writing workshop, we had a further one, which was taking them lyrics and putting them into a song, which we went on to record remotely, do a video for, and then release as a single. And it was just such a great way for everyone to stay connected, as well as having that sort of positive impact on people's well-being. My background is in music, and I've worked with people with learning difficulties and autism for about 20 years now. I've run loads and loads of songwriting workshops, but generally they've been face-to-face workshops in a group of people. So doing them online is still very new to us, but still a lot of fun. And I hope you enjoy it and get something out of today's session, which the aim is that at the end of the session, we'll have some lyrics together for a song, whether that be just a verse or a chorus, or sometimes the whole thing. So we'll see how it goes. So I'm going to hand it over to Sam just for a minute, who's going to ask a question. You all right, Sam? Do you want to take yourself off mute, Sam? Yeah, we need to hear you. Still on mute.
You hear me now?
That's it. Yeah, we can hear you fine, Sam. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, so
You
you're
ready
gonna...
for this? What are the lyrics?
That's it. And that's an important question, isn't it? What are lyrics? So it's an open question to everyone. If you could all feedback, what do you think lyrics are? What are they?
They are words to the song.
Poetry.
Poetry. Great. Words to a song. Poetry. What do you reckon, Sam? Are they good descriptions?
Yeah, that's good. Really good one. That is.
Yeah. Words to a song. Poetry. Words go to music. Keith said.
Yeah, I see that one.
Words that go with music. Perfect. Sam, you've written some lyrics before, haven't you?
Yeah, I'm not clear which one.
Do you want to read out an example of some lyrics you've written?
You can do. I'll use some. The one example is feeling so high.
Yeah, feeling so high. Okay.
Yeah. So chorus, I'll put in I'm feeling so high and looking down from the ground, so no one knows what I am talking about.
Excellent. So that's a really catchy chorus. Sam's written a few songs, and that's an example of a chorus of hers. Really nice, simple, with an example of something called imperfect rhyme as well, which we'll come on to talk about in a short while. Have you got another question to ask everyone, Sam, before we move on to getting some words?
Number 3?
Number
no,
4.
Really?
Number 4?
Okay. What can impress you write a lyrics, and what give you ideas?
Thank you, Sam. So what can inspire you to write lyrics?
Inspire me.
And what can give you ideas? Go for it, Marcus. Oh, was you waving to Poppy?
Yeah, to Poppy. Welcome,
Hello, Poppy. Yeah. So
I was going to say happiness or sadness, injustice, like anything that moves you from inside.
Yeah.
I believe can inspire you to write.
Yeah, I like that a lot. Happiness, sadness, emotions, having that connected. Yeah, connecting words, emotions, and music all together. And injustice, another important one as well. So songs can take on a variety of formats, can't they? They can give they can communicate emotions, but they can also give a message, or put a message across. So you can have love songs, you can have protest songs. So yeah, songs that yeah. What else can give ideas? What can inspire you to put them words onto a piece of paper and into a song? Okay, Keith, to express something, pain, anger, love. Yeah, communication, expression, brilliant. Reading from the news.
That's a good one.
Yes, Sam. We talked about that last week, actually, Sam.
Yeah, we
didn't
did. Yeah.
Personal experience. Thank you, Kevin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, Sam, you've wrote some songs based on your personal experience, haven't you?
Yeah, I have.
And I just want to introduce everyone to Poppy as well, who's just joined us. Poppy's also part of Bemix and is also a songwriter, and has written just I couldn't count how many lyrics Poppy's written. She's very prolific. So yeah, loads. And again, sort of like lyrics written based on personal experience and yeah. What else inspires you, Poppy?
Can I say something?
Yeah, go for it.
I also think you can write songs about the world and healing the world.
Yeah. Yeah, it can be a sort of like, I probably said nature. Yeah, that's a good one. And that's connected to what's going on in the world as well, like Riku's just said, and, you know, writing about the environment, about sort of, it could be about sort of like the environmental crisis we're all facing, as well as other things in the news. You could also take your inspiration from just looking out your window and writing about what you see. You can write about what you feel, about how you want things to be, from Keith there. Excellent. So it's writing songs, putting across that positive, optimistic message, songs of hope. You can write songs about nonsense. Songs can I know some songs that you just read them and or you hear them or you read the lyrics and you just think, it just doesn't make sense. It's just like absolute nonsense. And sometimes nonsense songs are good. Someone else just, memories, how things were before. Thank you, Marcus. Yeah, we can write about our past, we can write about the future, we can write about the present. I think the basic thing is it's all relevant, and it's relevant to who you are as a person and what you want to communicate. We have, you can put in certain techniques to lyrics. Nicely's just said our relationship to God as another subject matter, and that's very much so sort of like from you know, you've got a gospel tradition in music. Poppy said friendships are important. Write about our friendships. Thank you, Poppy. And Gizem says to pass the time, like when you are on a road trip. Excellent. Have you got anything to add to that, Sam, about?
Not really.
About what can inspire people?
I can't spell that one.
Okay. And loving life. Thank you, William. Okay. I just want to talk a little bit about rhyme. Did you want to talk about rhyme, Poppy? Or Sam? Give an example of rhyme, or would you like me to do that?
Well, you do that, Steve.
Yeah. So
yeah.
lyrics don't necessarily have to rhyme. And in fact, there's many lyrics that just have no rhymes in them at all. But sometimes rhyme can be a good tool to use because it helps people remember the lyrics. And particularly if you want to put a certain message across and you want people to remember the words within a song, rhyme's a very good tool to use, as is repetition, repeating the same phrase or the same word over within a song. And you'll find that quite often happens in choruses. Choruses will repeat. Metaphor and imagery. These are all sort of techniques and tools that we can use to put those words into a song. What we're going to do, I've whittled on long enough, I think, and you're probably getting bored of my voice. So I will move on and we'll do a bit of lyric writing, I think, and let's make it fun. There's two ways we can go about this. We can either go completely random, which is something we've done before, and it works really well. It's surprising how well it does work, actually, where you can just individually think of absolutely anything that's inspiring you in this present time, and randomly put down a couple of lines. It could be poetry, it could be what you see out the window, it could be what you're feeling, it could be absolutely anything that's relevant to you at the moment. And what we'll do, we'll compile them all and see if we can develop into a lyric. And that's very much going on what's called like a cut and paste technique, which was developed by William Burroughs back in the 60s, and also adopted by artists like David Bowie, Radiohead, just using that sort of like just randomness, writing down words, writing down lines, and just joining them together somehow. Or we could think of a subject matter and collectively write about that. So a fair way of doing this, I suppose, is who wants to go completely random? Let's have a show of hands. Whoa. Yeah, this is looking promising. Completely random.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's all. Well, that's almost unanimous, actually. All right, let's try it. Let's go completely random, and we'll see what comes up. And if you could, is it possible, Marcus? Is it possible for people just to send their lyrics just to me individually through the chat box, or Sam, or myself and Sam, so I can write them down, because then we can do like a reveal, if you like, rather than people taking inspiration from each other's.
You can all find Steve from the chat, so please send your, was it one word?
1 or 2 lines.
Okay, 1 or 2 lines to Steve.
Yeah, so we've talked about inspiration, so 1 or 2 lines, and I'm going to type them into a Google Doc on the other screen, and I'll read them out, and yeah, let's see what happens. So we'll spend a few minutes on this. Hope I can type fast enough. This is brilliant. I love doing this. That's nice. I like that. Right. I think we've got an album here. Okay, I'm going to start reading these back in a second. Has everyone contributed something?
I have. Did you see mine, Steve?
I've got them.
I bet people must have to rubbish knocked down. In Artwork, we have to close Artwork down today.
Right. I'm going to, instead of type them out, I'm going to read them out as I've got them on the chat box because it's flowing quite nicely. But can I just ask, has everyone who wants to contribute written something down, offered a lyric in general? Yeah.
Come on, Steve.
Okay, we've got a lot there. That's brilliant. So I'm gonna read back up to what I've written on here and then switch over to there. Right. One second. And it's there. Okay. So I'm going to read back how these lines came in. So
Okay.
as they were contributed. Now some of them just flow into each other. And when that doesn't happen, all you need to do is read through and just take the whole cut and paste as a starting block, and then you can sort of like start rejigging, reorganizing, and seeing what's working, seeing what's not. So the whole idea of this process is to get the creativity flowing, if you like. And I think always, every time I've done this, a set of lyrics to a song has appeared. It's just amazing how it works, really. So bear in mind that these were contributed by different people, not seeing their words, the person's previous words. Oh, hold on. Is everyone okay to hear me?
Yes, I can hear you,
Yeah.
Steve.
Okay. People must have dreams. I want to represent the change I want to see in the world. My son is playing a game on his phone. Doors are closed, but I'm stressing out. He's gaming all the time, even in the darkness. A group of sheep cuddle close, cozy and warm. Was it snowing moments ago? Only time will tell. Some songs are political, even in the darkness. The warmth of love can see us through. Waking up this morning, I realised how blessed I am. Thankful for all the possibilities faith in God offers me. So that's the first kind of part. And yeah, I think that's just incredible how that's happened, considering how many people have we got on this call, Marcus?
18.
18. So with people, and there's a definite flow. If we go through it and pick pieces out, you can see how there's certain themes emerge. I'm going to read through the rest of it. Because as I say, there was just creativity flowing like a tap. Okay. I saw a crow flying past today and another bird on my table, another day in lockdown. Hope. We need each other, but are afraid to ask. Burned by negative thoughts from the past. When I think of life, just know and feel like COVID-19 is all around. I keep up my beat is tick-tock. So I've got to scroll. And know that there I can just make a video and be it like people I don't know, and now know that not going alone in COVID-19. Zoom and no labels, no walls have made me lots of mates all over the land. The dark damp clouds can't get me down when I focus on sunny days. We look out of the window and see so much hopeless people just sad about how things go. Most people with a disability get into work. Blue floods from the clouds, grey in the sky, draining the sand. The weather is dreary, but life is cheery. Looking out of space in an empty room with the echo sounds going around. Whoever in the USA, don't forget to vote. If with that has a name that go with DT, then just stay at home. Lockdown, look up and you will see the beauty that still can be. If only we can share our loss, we can show old COVID who is boss. Open the door for Mr. Sun, illuminate the room. Stay safe, wash hands, stay at home. And there we go. And yes, Alistair, indeed we can. Alistair's just sent a message that stay up later, keen to do a music workshop on the 30th
Yes,
of
I'm
November.
going to join Steve.
Yeah, we could develop it further. I think it's, yeah, I agree, Alistair. I've just going off on a little tangent. I've sort of been in contact with Paul recently about that, and I think it'd just be so brilliant to work together on some music, as it is with, you know, you lovely people here. It's always so good. Has anyone got any comments about those lyrics that have just come in?
No, it sounds exciting, Steve. Sounds like a poem.
Yes, Poppy. Some of that is so poetic, and a lot of it, you know, that are kind of sort of one bit flown into the next by totally different people, but with the same sort of kind of momentum. Powerful, yeah.
Yeah.
So the next stage would be how we can develop this into a song. We have sort of like the raw lyrics there. Poppy said that she thinks it's passionate. Yeah, there's a lot of passion in there. Some real sort of passionate phrases. Even in the darkness, the warmth of love can see us through. Just one I've just spotted just out of the corner of my eye. Okay. We've got the basis of some, we got, as I say, some raw lyrics, some words there, some lines that fit together. But it's about now trying to sort of compile it, develop it into a structure.
First one, chorus, verse 2, midnight, bridge.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, did you want to talk a bit about structure, Poppy? Because you've written
Yes,
songs
please.
before. Go on then, go ahead.
Okay, so if a song you need an intro, you think of a harmony, and then you have verse 1, and then you have a chorus, you get verse 2, then you have middle 8, and then first rhythm, chorus, and outro.
Yeah, so there's an example of a song structure. Is there anything that, I'm just sort of trying to think, I know that Keith just said, he sent in the chat box, in the end we are saying things that are very similar, and that is our common experiences shine through, definitely. And I think that is the thing, you get a collection of people together who've got you know, similar heart, if you like, and similar experiences are going to sort of like come through, and that's what makes this so good. Is there anyone that could think of what the theme is about on this song? Would you like any of it to be read out again? Shall I read it through one more time? And
yes,
then,
Steve.
yeah, I'll read it through one more time and have a listen. If you can hear any phrases that you think could make a chorus, so that means that phrases that really stick out and could be repeated throughout the song as a chorus, and if anything stands out that could give a title to the song.
Ooh.
Okay, we're not going to edit it as yet. And what I mean by that, we're not going to think, well, this bit's not working, this bit, we're just going to keep it as it is. So as I read it through, just think if anything's standing out that you think could be repeated as a chorus, and also anything that shines through as a title. So I'm going to rewind. Okay. People must have dreams. I want to represent the change I want to see in the world. My son is playing a game on his phone. Doors are closed, but I'm stressing out. He's gaming all the time, even in the darkness. A group of sheep cuddled close, cozy and warm. Was it snowing moments ago? Only time will tell. Some songs are political, even in the darkness. The warmth of love can see us through. Waking up this morning, I realised how blessed I am. Thankful for all the possibilities faith in God offers me. Okay, that's the first part where, and then I'll stop typing because I'm lazy.
Thank you lot, Steve. Doing fine.
Oh, you're too kind, Poppy.
It's alright, Steve. I've got you tomorrow.
All right. I saw a crow flying past today. Another bird on my table. Another day in lockdown. Hope. We need each other. We're afraid to ask. Burned by negative thoughts from our past. When I think of life, I just know and feel like COVID-19 is all around. I keep myself upbeat, tick-tock, know that I can just make a video and it be liked by people I don't know. And now, not alone in COVID-19, Zoom and no labels, no walls have made me lots of mates from all over the land. Hold on, excuse me. The dark, damp clouds can't get me down when I focus on sunny days. We look out of the window and see so much hopelessness, people just sad about how things go. More people with a disability get into work. Blue floods from the clouds, grey in the sky, draining the sand. The weather is dreary, life is cheery, looking out of space in an empty room with the echo sounds going around. Forever in the USA, don't forget to vote. if you vote with that as a name that goes with DT, then just stay at home. Lock down, look up, and you will see the beauty that can still be. If only we can share our loss, we can show old COVID who is boss. Open the door for Mr. Sun, eliminate the room. Stay safe, wash hands, stay at home. Okay. Feels like to me that that it needs an extra line at the end there. Wash hands, stay safe, wash hands, stay at home, blah, 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 blah.
Okay.
What about try not to moan?
Try not to moan. I'll tell you what, yeah, type it in there, Alistair. Try not to moan.
Just row was good.
That's fun. Egg potatoes pie. What is that?
Yeah, it's good. It's good. I think that's the point of it. Like I was saying, it unlocks a creative process, and then you can review the lyrics and sort of start structuring and start sort of, yeah, filtering out and developing the theme from within the song. So as I read through that, is there anything, did anyone feel that there's any phrases, any lines that could go towards a chorus?
The second verse will be first two.
Say that again, sorry, Poppy.
The second part is the chorus.
What part was that?
When you look at it.
Oh, yeah, yeah. As I read it out, were there any phrases that you remembered? Because chorus is quite often the parts of the song that people instantly remember, and they're just yeah, it's just something about them that just hooks people in. So as I was reading out, was there anything that you thought, oh, I remember that's really sticks in my mind, that could be used in the chorus?
I was kind of thinking the part where so when you go from your doc back to the chat, right? Right. So there is a part where someone says, open the door and let the sunshine in.
Brilliant.
So
Okay.
like around there, I thought there were like a couple of lines that might be a good hook for chorus.
Yeah, I like that. Here we go. I found it. So the previous phrase was lock down, look up, and you will see the beauty that still can be. If only we can share our loss, we can show old COVID who is boss. And then it goes on to open the door for Mr. Sun, eliminate the room. That's the part, isn't it? Yeah. So so that could, see, we could juggle that around, and we could have lock down, look up, you will see. That's quite an immediate sort of catchy line, actually. Lock down, look up, you will see. There's something there in that phrase, lock down, look up, called alliteration. Yeah, and alliteration is also a lyrical tool that can help people remember words, and it has a certain flow to it when you say it. Lock down, look up. So lock down, look up, you will see the beauty that still can be.
Yeah. Steve, how do you like my chorus suggestion?
What one was your chorus suggestion there, Riku?
Yeah, here.
Is that the new message that's come through? 1 second, I'll scroll down. Stay home, wash hands, don't let COVID be the boss. Out of the darkness, we don't want to get lost. Excellent. I like this line here. Out of darkness, we don't want to get lost. Really good. There's a good alliteration from Keith there. Silly Steve, English songwriter. Do you know, in a previous life, when I was playing in bands, I did actually go under the name Serious Steve, or Steve Serious.
No, actually, Sticky Steve.
So That whole out of the darkness, Riku, is that's a really strong sort of positive positive phrase, isn't it? And as many people have talked about that through these lyrics, out of the darkness, out it's here as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. And it sort of like puts over a message of hope. And it's so difficult in times like these. It is difficult, isn't it, to
It's
retain
it's
that
difficult
hope.
being positive sometimes.
Yeah, totally right. It can be really difficult being positive. And, you know, it has been a dark year, but, you know, by keeping that sort of like that positiveness, that sense of hope, out of the darkness, open the door for Mr. Sun, illuminate the room, all these messages that are coming through, it just helps everyone become more resilient in general, doesn't it? It helps us all feel connected and all feel sort of like that we're as one, you know, unity, solidarity and all that. So I'm liking that suggestion as a chorus. So
Yeah, thanks.
if I read out, look down, look up, you will see the beauty that still can be. Open the door for Mr. Sun, illuminate the room. Now I'm going to jump right down to Riku's out of the darkness, we don't want to get lost. We could even, yeah. Out of the darkness, we don't want to get lost. Hope wins. Who's got a last line? Something that rhymes with lost, I think would fit in really nicely.
Yeah.
Who
Hope
wrote
wins all.
Show 'em
Hope
Who's
wins.
Boss?
Sorry,
Who
Kevin.
Who wrote the Show 'em Who's? I think it was Show COVID Who's Boss or Show Them. I don't know. Something.
That's there. Yes, that is there, isn't it? Show COVID who's
It's
boss.
like a brick rhyme where it's close, lost, boss.
That's it. Yeah, it's like an imperfect rhyme, isn't it?
Yes.
Not an exact rhyme, but yeah, saying that's imperfect. But yeah.
Did you see mine, Steve?
Where's that, Poppy?
Did you see mine? It says sun is out and birds are
Birds are tweeting. Yes.
Oh, I love this. I love this.
Open the door for Mrs. Sun. Indeed. Why does it have to be a Mr. Sun?
Door
quite
for
right,
the sun.
Keith.
The sun. I don't know.
The sun. Yeah, I think we
Let's
should
change it.
Yeah, we shouldn't.
We shouldn't limit it to one
shouldn't
thing.
genderize the sun. Okay. We are one. It's just come in as a suggestion for that last line as well.
Yes, I like that because I said that to Marcus.
Yeah. Sam, have you got any thoughts about this?
That's really good, actually, giving a sample of that.
Yeah.
Are we going to record it, Steve?
Sam, did you want to ask question number 11 for everyone?
11. Can you think of title for the song?
Title of song? Okay.
Actually, I had typed Hope Wins as a title.
Hope wins. Great.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I got one.
Poppy?
People important.
You're right. People are important. Would that work as a title of the song?
I think so.
Okay.
Yes, that goes real good.
Hope wins. People are important.
What about Alistair? What does Alistair think?
So now,
put me on the spot. No, I think what you've got there's quite a good variety.
Mm.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's definite scope there, isn't there, to develop this into a proper set of lyrics with a bit of editing. Sam, you was going to ask another question, but I think it's probably been answered in as we've been talking, isn't it? But do you want to ask it anyway? Just see what people say.
Well, the question or
yeah, number 12.
Yes. What do you think this song is about?
Can you put that again, please, Sam?
What do you think this song is about?
It's a song about hope and also sadness, but people say different things, but they go great together.
Indeed. Overcoming isolation.
Yes.
From Kevin and Keith, from Kevin, and love, of course, from Keith. Cindy, keeping a positive attitude. Indeed. So important that, you know, we have to keep a positive attitude, otherwise we're just going to fall apart. And
yes,
if we stay connected and, you know, engage in things like this and be creative, still not to lose that creativity, then, you know, that sort of chance of things falling apart for us, you know, is minimized. You know, it's as Monty Python said, Keith said, always look on the bright side of life. Do. Indeed. But that in itself can be difficult through all this, can't it? It can be difficult. But so important. Okay, we haven't got a lot of time left, but fortunately we're reaching sort of like where we can take this at this stage. What I'm going to propose we do, I'm going to write, I'm going to put all this onto a Word document, and I'll see if that is there a way it could be shared with everyone, Marcus and Michael?
Yes, if you can put the lyrics to our Facebook group.
Okay.
So then everybody can see, and then we will add that to our email this week as well.
Brilliant. Yeah. And then the next stage is kind of editing. So it's about, and you can all have a go at this. Whoever wants to have a go at it can do so. They can have a look at the Facebook group when the lyrics are there, and have a go at editing. Have a go at sort of like seeing what works. I've not attached any names to the contributions. If you wanted to tag yourselves into what you did, then that's absolutely fine. But I think it's now about sort of like just formulating it into a song. And Poppy spoke earlier about structure, spoke about verse 1, chorus, verse 2, chorus. I think we've got enough there for, you know, 3, maybe 4 verses. We've got a chorus. We've got a great title suggestions. So that will be the next stage. And then after that, it will be about how we develop that into a song. So at the moment, it's a set of lyrics. So that's kind of, with songwriting, there's many ways you can write a song. There's some rules, but some of them rules are there to be broken. So you can, whatever works really. So it can be you write the lyrics first, and then you come up with a chord sequence, a rhythm, a tune, or some people, I think it's like Stevie Wonder, for instance. I was listening to a Stevie Wonder documentary the other day, and he was talking about how a lot of songs that he wrote, first of all, came to him with just a tune in his head that he'd vocalize, and then someone else or he would work together, putting some lyrics to it. So it can come from the tune first and then the lyrics, or it can come from the lyrics first to the tune. Sometimes when you have a set of lyrics, when you read out, you get an idea of a tune emerging. So that can be something that's possible to do. I've done that quite a bit, and you know, have a set of lyrics and you just read them out. And Kevin's got a guitar, fantastic.
Brilliant.
The bass.
It's a bass. I can't see how many strings on that in the small box. Yes. So we've got our bass player, and what we'll do next is when we arrange another set, if it's okay, it'd be great to come back at some point and do another Action Monday session with everyone. And we can, yeah, and yeah, Poppy, Sam, and myself will gladly join in and work with everyone. Yeah, getting a tune together out of it.
And maybe we can premiere it or have at least a showing of it at the festival next year.
Oh, fantastic idea.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah, maybe it can be our national anthem kind of thing.
Yeah.
International anthem.
International anthem, yes.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, I like the sound of that. Yeah. Okay. And yeah, and once that's done, you know, it's possible to record now remotely. You know, we when we wrote and recorded the song in the summer, Isolation Maybe.
Yeah, we did that, didn't we?
Yeah, how did we record that, Poppy?
I think we did it with mobile phones and her phones to put the song together and film on a video camera.
Yeah.
Quite interesting.
So it was all done totally remotely from you know, we never saw each other when we was writing it and recording it. We was just sort of like exchanging audio files over by email, or there's a platform called there's a platform called BandLab.
Yeah, but I got one, so I got.
Yeah, so we could structure it in BandLab. Then I took it into Cubase and started producing it in there. Sam recorded some guitar on a mobile phone, didn't you, Sam?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
And then sent them over to me. So it's it's just the technology's there now for people to collaborate on recording, on writing and recording remotely, and it's just such a brilliant thing to do.
So maybe we can have the next time we'll post everything on the Facebook, and then we'll get a date. Like next week, we'll have a date for the follow-up of this. And then on the next day, maybe people can play some tunes as far as the melody goes and the instrumental stuff. And then a few weeks later, we can compile it and then see what we came up with, kind of thing.
Yeah, that sounds cool, Marco.
It'll be like a no labels, no walls, Bemix mix. Maybe CNF can do a little for us, Marcus. Do you think CNF has in their schedule? What's going on? Can CNF maybe do a little bit of a rap on it?
Well, Marcus going to do the rap. You know, he's the whole.
Yeah.
Interesting ideas start to flow in these Action Mondays. So thank you, Steve. Thank you, Poppy. Thank you, Samantha, for a wonderful hour together. We will set another date when we continue with the song, and it was wonderful. I really liked it, and we all did. And a couple of news about No Labels, No Walls. So the group of university students from Helsinki will contact us on the Facebook group and ask our opinions about the future website. So the next year we have a new website that will deliver us a better experience also during the festival. Also, Michael, Riku, and me and Simon, we are setting up No Labels, No Walls YouTube TV site. So if you're interested in live broadcasting or sharing your movies, so contact info@nolabelsnowalls.net.
Yes, let's continue working that.
And if you want to arrange or host these Action Mondays, well, we are open for business, so please send your ideas to info@nolabelsnowalls.net. So we have a very interesting schedule coming up. So next week, same time, same channel, No Labels, No Walls, and Mary will introduce what is happening next week and also assign the next host. Please, Mary.
Yes, thank you. And thank you, Steve, Sam, and Poppy. That was so fun and inspiring and so good way to start the day here in the sunshine. So so next week we have art events. So we have Riku, Gizem, and Kevin, and maybe Joshua from this group, and then a couple more artists who bring their artwork from themes from comfort and hope. And then we have discussion around that, and maybe there will be an action. We'll plan an action for a future, everybody together. And so welcome everybody next Monday. And now I have a pleasure to choose a host for next Monday. Maybe Samatha, would you like to be the host, introducing people next Monday? Are you
Yes.
able to? Thank you. Great.
Yay.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See you next
See
week.
Thank
you.
you.
Take care. Vote.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Great, thank you so much.
Steve, I sent you a question.
Yes.
Oh. Oh.
Yes, Beasley.
Oh, I was telling Steve, I was asking Steve a question.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was wondering, would you be interested, would you be able to work with another organization? We have a big children's ministry at my church, and I was just thinking this would be a good activity for them because they're also very active.
Yeah, yeah, I'd be interested. I'm sure sort of
Yeah, I would.
yeah,
I
Poppy
would.
and Sam,
Yeah.
Okay,
we're
good.
always happy to do workshops like this and
Okay.
connect with different people from all over the world, and it's yeah.
If you want, Beasley, I can email you, CC you on an email with Steve. I have Steve's email. I can do that today.
Okay, that'd be great. Thank you.
Sure.
Yeah, we'll get
Actually,
something
the
planned.
pastor was online earlier and he got to see some of what we were doing today, but he had to go.
Okay. Yeah, happy to be involved in that.